about changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
And now, this is the moment fans watching around the world have been waiting for.
Listen.
The 5-time champion winning, that's the squad. Mention Dallas once and they know who we are. The infamous star, his shine brighter than any. Then turn your YouTube on and just start listening to Henny. You know what he spit is legit facts and stacks. Breaking down the cash is buried all in the contracts. Who got hurt, who got benched, what's the score? Ask the man behind the hat in the shades, your landlord. Giving us a real, he ain't scared to name names. Delivering the NFL news with southern slang. Move out the way, don't want no birds, no cheesesteaks. Or them tiny little men from New York, get up your weight. And Washington, hey yo, what's your name again? You had the biggest year of your life, still couldn't win. And then again, they don't got time to mess with you. West Coast is in the booth and he getting the interviews. With Jerry Jones, you know we make sure we in the news. And the people saying give us some more, they can't refuse. They call up Blue, get all his tape, he coming through. Now we drunk and nefarious and they taking y'all to school. Cowboys College, fill you up with all the knowledge. They link up with Boss or with Vach, you gotta watch it. And it's you got it, dropping the intro, get to know me. We staying on their neck until we holding up the trophy. Again, yeah.
You don't know half the stuff that was happening.
You already know what it is.
Playing for the Cowboys is different.
Yo, big up HTM Sports. Landlord from Alabama and West Coast Cowboy.
No matter what they say.
Giving you the best of Cowboys Convos, Cowboys news and everything that's going on in and around the NFL.
And the only thing else I got to say is, how about this Cowboys?
You better tap in,
And we are live.
And we are live. Salute to everybody out there, man. Good morning. Right now, it's no face, no case. Because I might have to cuss out an entire city block today, man. So you do not know if this is AI generated or not. I'm just here. This about the voice may be Henny the Moore. You never know. This may be Landlord from Alabama. You never fucking know. You know, because I got to talk bad about Dallas Cowboys this morning. I can't have my face on this. Real shit. Also, salute to
Shout out
Angie,
to
man.
Angie. On the block, I already busting and supporting out the gate. Appreciate you.
I appreciate on my end too. And remember, we are doing raffles on both ends. So Angie, you just got 10 raffle entries. I know how you be moving, so that's 10 raffle entries between the two of us, man. Appreciate you for the love, the support, and helping keep the lights on in the trap and the liquor store. But yeah, man, this is definitely Cowboys Convos, where we have conversations, you know, about the Dallas Cowboys, man. Let's start with a conversation, though. And Landlord, I'm going to start because this is a nigga that you fuck with. Like, this is somebody, you coined the name for this man. You know what I'm saying? This your dude. You brought him into this. Like, we in the YouTube Illuminati. You know, we have people that we sponsor, right? So one of the people that Landlord sponsored, bringing him into the Cowboys family, he made the call. They got him drafted in the second round. Y'all didn't know that we had power like that. Like, I had got Dak Prescott drafted and shit because my daddy had told me about him. So I had to use my Illuminati powers and got Dak drafted and shit.
You gonna pick
Land you.
somebody dope as hell? You a liar.
sir, sir. That's not how it happened. That's not how it happened. So, but for real though, man, how do y'all feel across the nation about the young Sam Williams returning to the fold, man? And he listen, before we say anything about him, he only playing for Groupons right now. They got this nigga $3 million, man. So how do y'all feel across the nation?
Honestly,
LandLord.
I'm not mad about $3 million, especially when our edge position is not looking so great right now. Like I think the situation you in, you really can't afford to let them go. And like if you mad about signing Sam Williams, you might just need to be mad at the Cowboys for getting themselves in this position. Because I think this is a result of them not wanting to spend enough money in free agent market and letting Michael Parsons go and not doing the right things to replace or at least, have a formidable line. This was a desperation move. They probably didn't want Sam back, maybe, but you know, they just can't afford to let people go if they ain't that good at the position.
Now see, this is my only issue with the shit right now. Sam Williams is not no nigga you signed day one of free agency. That's my only issue with the shit. You signed Sam.
That's true.
You signed Sam once you can't get this the hoe you fuck when you can't get no hoes. This is old reliable. You know that coochie there. You know what I'm saying? Like
He gonna answer the phone at 3 a.m. in the morning. You
hell
already
yeah,
know
hell yeah,
it.
pulling up. So that's my only real issue with Sam getting signed right now. It's like they already done waved the flag. Like, well, we ain't finna get no bitches. I'm just go back to Sam. I'm like,
Now
nah,
that's
man.
true. That do sound like a white flag surrender though. You're right
Yeah,
about that.
that's
That
the,
that
that's
that's a problem.
yeah, that's my only critique. Cause like you said, you need depth. You know what I'm saying? Like one of our main talking points, bro, in wanting to get some talent all around the defense. We only had two pass rushers coming into this thing. We had Donovan Izaraku, who just had his labrum repaired in his hip, and then we had James Houston, and we know that he is a third down specialist. And then you end up trading for Gary. So now that you sign Sam back, you're back to having four edge rushers. So you really only got two niggas and you got two backups. You know what I'm saying? So that's a move that you make after Chazon tells you no. This a move that you make after Joey Bosa ass go play with his brother or something. This a move you make, when Von Miller, just announced that he retired or Jadeveon Clowney goes somewhere else. Like there should have been other guys that had priority over bringing Sam in, but that's really the only critique I have. For $3 million, a depth piece, you're not gonna ask him to the savior of season or nothing like that. I ain't tripping. Also, let me read these cash apps real quick, man, because I do got a couple of cash apps that came through. Hold on, my cash app taking a second to load. I seen them come through, but it took a second to load in.
Shout out
Salute
to
to
Ann over here for an entry on my side.
Indeed, salute to Ant, and then salute to George Boney, my 49er partner. He said Dak. I said for Dak is 10, 15 to 1 the last two seasons. That's horrible. Well, he did just play with the worst defense that you ever saw with your eyes. Because I think we had the worst defense in the last 30 years that we fielded last year. So that will do it.
That's crazy. Saying that out loud is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy as hell, ain't it?
That shit crazy, man.
Yeah, it's scary too when you think about the shit.
Yeah, like that's why I said, okay, I'll say this. I think we do need a abort mission plan. Yeah, cause when you just said that, it just made me. It took all the optimism away for a minute. Cause like, bro, what if you can't fix this defense? When will
Yeah,
you concede and be like, I'm gonna just make my offense a superpower? Fuck it, like it ain't gonna work. When would that have to happen? And you got to do that before the draft too. So,
shit, that's the part that scares me because they believe in their ability to draft. They probably believe they could draft two starters on this defense. With their eyes closed.
oh,
With
they
the
gonna
deep,
have two starters on the defense anyway. Now, if they gonna be good, you know, if
that's a
they
whole
draft
different
these
story.
two
It's a
young
whole it's a
men,
whole different answer question, ain't it?
facts. Because if they draft these two young men, you best believe they ain't gonna be stars.
hmm
They started Miles Smith. Shit.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. And that's the scary part. It's really going to be dependent, man. And that's the thing. You ain't gonna know till you know, because landlord, they got wiped out a linebacker too. Like they were really supposed to be aiming to get a linebacker, and everything they've tried has blown up in their face and failed. In horrible fashion at this point. Matter of fact, I think I got it. I might have been so pissed that I accidentally added this shit twice. So let me see. Yeah, this is Nick Harris that wrote this too, by the way. So salute to Nick Harris. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. Good Cowboys information. Good reporting on the Cowboys. He said Cowboys have been largely wiped out at linebacker. Been a tough day there in Dallas. No other way to put it. I'm keeping an eye on Patrick Queen at the moment. A handful of teams have called Pittsburgh about a trade here, including the Eagles. Dallas has kept a hand in that mix for this exact scenario, but there are still some things to work through and conversations behind the scenes to be had there. Sound like Pittsburgh is hunting down a mid-round pick. I personally think the best they can get is a fifth rounder, which will work in Dallas' favor. Can't really give up the fourth. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fucking up right now. We'll keep a pulse on it. Not imminent, but worth monitoring at this point. Caden Ellis and Leo Chenal are the best available names on the market. Cowboys will need to get creative if they want an impact player there, or just hope the draft board falls their way at 12 and 20. So they wanted all these different linebackers, man. They wanted Dean, and Dean chose the Raiders. They were in on Quay Walker from what we heard, and he chose the Raiders. Quincy Williams took his ass to the Browns and ain't making a whole lot of money doing it, and it made me mad. All pro linebacker, right? Going for $15 million a year. He only signed a 3-year, $45 million deal. Right. So the Dallas Cowboys, like all these names that they were tied to in the linebacker department, they're off the board. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Patrick Queen, from what I heard, because I gotta watch his film, Patrick Queen is just a name now. Patrick Queen ain't that nigga no more. I heard he woke up sorry, landlord.
Yikes. That's unfortunate. But I don't go off of other people. I have to see it myself.
True. We'll check the Carfax. We're gonna check the Carfax for sure. Proper live. So I'm interested, man, on what you think they're gonna do at linebacker. Do you think they'll trade for somebody, or do you think that they'll pigeonhole themselves into forcing a pick at linebacker in the draft?
Well, that might be what the plan is. I mean, to a certain degree, if you got a guy who you know gonna be there and you like him a lot, it's your guy. I don't know if that's fair to just say they forcing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they might have they guy they know gonna be there at 20.
They might.
That's just they guy. You know what I'm saying? Like they already got it. Like, hey, he's gonna be there. That's who we want.
Well, see, stuff like that scares me because you might not necessarily be picking the best player just because he's your guy. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
What do you
it's
get down
all
to
up to
20?
the scouting department. Nobody knows who the best guy until they play.
Man,
That's just the truth. Like, real talk. We thought Damone Clark was a steal, bro. The whole nation collectively.
Yeah, in
Everybody.
the fifth.
Everybody thought he was a steal. And that nigga stole money. You don't know who these people gonna be until they play, bro. Just being real.
I mean, that's fair.
Now
But he
you
was a
can
fifth-round
assume
pick.
that they the best or whatever on the board. But you know, you honestly don't know. Just like Dan Quinn took a flyer on Nation Right. He turned out to be right 3 years later though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we thought that was a reach. They got Nation in what, the third round? You don't know who these people gonna be like to the ultimate degree until they play. You can have an idea of what you think they're gonna be though. I know what you're saying, but I'm just being fair to the whole process. You really don't know.
I know somebody gonna die. They fucked this up. Now listen. Now listen. I already said you gonna get sacrificed if Sam don't get at least 5 sacks this year. Like, you gonna get sacrificed for the betterment of the Cowboy community, so that the all-seeing eye can look into the future and see when we're gonna win the Super Bowl. So you're gonna be the sacrifice. But
That's crazy work.
this sound like some Illuminati shit too. I gotta stop playing with niggas before they think we really with them. But nah, for real though, I understand what you're saying though. To be completely fair, we always say that the draft is a gamble. You know, I be describing draft picks as lottery tickets and shit. You know, so there's always a risk of them niggas not being who you thought they was, regardless of the round that you take. So I understand the sentiment, you know, that you're speaking on. It just would really hurt my heart if they force some shit like they force CJ Allen at 20, but there's a gangster ass nigga, you know, like Emmanuel McNeil in that hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you miss out on a 6'3" playmaking safety because you got to get the Georgia linebacker because you ain't eat your vegetables and shit in free agency.
Yeah, that's tough. That's always a danger. I'm with you. You ain't wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we don't know what they board look like, and like they got the benefit of the doubt of being right or wrong, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just being fair. They board might say this the guy, and we looking like, what? That's the guy? And he might like Vandage. He didn't turn out to be the guy long term, but he was that guy for a minute. We all had to shut up.
Yeah, that first year, his rookie year, he made that All-Pro selection. Nobody could say shit about the Wolf Hunter. Then that nigga was out there going
shut the
crazy.
hell up, bro. Just being real.
Like, hell nah. Like,
bro,
we had to give it up.
We had to shut the fuck up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we just don't know, bro. Like, that's why I feel people's sentiments on not wanting to draft, because it's such an unknown that you just don't know. You just truly don't know.
Yeah, that's fair though. Like I said, I'm all for fairness. If you were sitting here saying some shit that didn't make sense, I will fight it. But I can't fight, you know, sound logic. It's sound logic, bro.
Yeah,
I don't like these
the
niggas.
Truth. You know what I'm saying? We can come in here and dog them because they ain't did what we want. That's fair too. But like, just being real, we don't know a lot all the time. Like, they got a lot more information about this than we do. Just being fair, like, and like, shout out to somebody said it on the show the other day, and I thought that was just the best thing we could say, because we all say we like CP. We gonna have to trust him, bro. At least the first year. Yeah, we gonna have to trust him to a certain degree, bro. We just can't come in here and just dog every move. Like, the man trying to build something. Like, at least give him a chance to see what he can do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can detect when the Jones is on some bullshit. And I honestly feel like they being cheap right now. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I feel like they being cheap, but I'm just trying to be fair to the process until it's complete. That's all.
Yeah, we'll know more as time progresses. You're not lying in that regard. Like we will find out more about the process and what they really own, you know, sooner than later. Because right now I'm not overall enthused. Matter of fact, that's really a question I got for everybody out there. I need class participation within the chat box, man. And listen, there's over 120 people, in the chat box right now. Across both platforms, there's over 120 people. So I need y'all to please make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share if you care. Slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, and make sure y'all continue to support the show the way that y'all been doing, man. But yeah,
Hold
let me
on.
know,
Somebody
y'all.
said they surprised I'm doing this. Now to be fair, y'all know me. I try to be fair as possible. But at the same time, after you break my trust, like Flukes broke my trust, I can't be fair to you no more. You know what I'm saying? We always fair to Flukes when he first got here. We was calling this nigga a linebacker whisperer and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because his
Like
reputation.
I don't dog people who don't deserve it. I was mad as fuck at Shotty because I felt like that season supposed to went better. Shit. I think that's all right. Y'all can be nice about it. In my opinion, I wanted a better season. And shit, I felt like we should have had one. That's just being real. And I know it was the defense fault, but he co-signed on some of that shit, bro. He can't be fully innocent when you the head coach. That's just how the game goes. That's probably what y'all mean. He be critical on the coaching. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be critical on the coaching. When my team was what 7-9-1. Hell yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Hold on. I'm gonna send your ass the link. Cause you probably need to vent your damn self. So hold on. Let me send this nigga the link. You the chat box commented and shit, you can make content. So I sent the link to your phone. Yeah, I sent the link to your phone, bro.
Who is they talking about our brother like that on the chat, bro? You need to fucking relax.
What's going on?
Do y'all know that nigga, man? If y'all don't, get his bitch ass up out of here. Yes, yeah, I don't like that. Who the fuck is he talking to, nigga?
What happened?
Read the comments. I ain't trying to get that nigga no light for that whole ass shit he just said.
Oh, don't worry. I'm finna kill this nigga. Cause he can't talk about my nigga. Don't even worry about it. We done whacked him. I think I see exactly what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. I think I killed the right nigga. But yeah, we done sent Lou, I done sent you the link, cuz. If you free, jump on the show. He said I don't know
Niggas
the
be
shit.
brave as hell over the internet, boy. I
Don't they
swear.
though?
I swear, boy. That shit crazy.
The internet is the only place a motherfucker will talk crazy about a 6'5", 300-pound man. Because Lou is a fucking offensive tackle. I don't know why Lou is not a little nigga. They would not be talking about Lou in real life. You know the fuck they would not. Lou is huge. Lou is a big man. He will put hands on you. I don't know why y'all would be trying that nigga like he hoe.
Facts.
Y'all,
Niggas be
y'all,
getting tough as hell on the internet.
yeah. I don't know what's wrong with niggas. Real shit. But anyway, man, I had a good point. I had a good question for y'all. Oh yeah. No, the moves we making. On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all, just with the move that we made right now so far in free agency, you can count the Rashawn Gary trade. You can count the Rashawn Gary trade. You can count, The move for Jalen Thompson, you can count re-signing Sam the Slam Williams. Scale to 1 to 10. How y'all feeling about the draft? He came in quick. 3.7. Put him in the chat box. Oh, you super nice. Believe in yourself, 90s. You gave boys a 7. You so kind.
Don't be hating on that man opinion, man.
I'm not hating on. I said he's so kind. He a good person, dog. He is a good dude.
That's all funny. You know how
And
people be low key dry hating on you? I make a new term, dry hating on you. When they be like, you better than me. Couldn't be me. That was one of them. You better than me, nigga. You couldn't be me, girl. Them niggas be doing it too.
What up, Lou?
I wouldn't be taking all that.
Yo, what's up?
I can't call it, man. How you living, bro?
Shoot, making it day by day.
Hey, only thing we can do, man. And salute to
What's happening
Queen
with you,
Cowboy for signing through with the Cash App too.
It's happening. It's happening.
So I'm gonna ask you the question, Lou, that you just got on here. We gonna put you to work. Dallas Cowboys have made 3 moves so far in free agency. They traded for the almighty Rashawn Gary. They had a solid signing. I would call it a very solid signing of picking up Jalen Thompson. And then for some reason, they were so horny, they signed Sam Williams back day 1 of free agency. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Lou, because this is a question I asked the chat box. Where are you putting the Dallas Cowboy free agency so far?
I'm gonna give them a 3 since they got 3 people. Be honest with you, that's the best way I'm looking at this. They looking at this in quantity and not quality. I mean, Jalen Thompson I will get him. That is an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? And people are, that's a word people are going around with, and it's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, to me, it's a trigger word for me. Cause it's like, oh, we're getting better. The damn bar was -4. I mean, so how much better was that? The bar was 3 years of Donovan Wilson. We've been told you to replace him. You restructured Malik Hooker. That's like, if you was really changing, you should have never restructured and cut his ass. Like, I'm just being all the way facts with you. Like, over here now, they got a they got a save, you know what I'm saying, apology letter for their girlfriend for when they cheat every time for these damn free agents. Everything like, it's the same one. Oh, we was in it with Quay Walker. You know, we offered him the same money, but we didn't get him. Oh, we was in it for Soso and the safety and the cornerback. We just didn't get it. The same little tired ass shit, bro. I'm just just to the point. Yeah, I'm gonna give your ass a 3. Salute. I will say Thompson is a solid addition, but Gary, I said it yesterday. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Gary provides. People are just giving it a depth. I guess. Okay, I guess that's what you're literally referring to Bar to, and he fits, sure. But like we are needing more right now. We are building a Kazopazorb, whatever they call them, from Power Rangers right now in the edge room. Just being it right now. We need a fusion. Like this is Goku. We in Dragon Ball Z, because right now that damn edge room is not looking feared at all, in my opinion.
I agree. Land, you wanna cause I don't think I gave you an opportunity to tell us your ranking numerically, Land. So tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, what you looking at the free agents like so far.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think we I can't even really say how much better we got, to be honest. I think we got some solid pieces, some decent depth pieces, but I ain't gonna lie to my people. I can't do that. So yeah, I'd say probably about a 6. This shit, we need more than this. And like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a man and admit when I'm wrong. If it work out, but if this was the case, we should have just paid whatever the fuck for Max. If we just gonna do this now, I'm just be real. I still don't feel like that was the smartest way, but if they gonna come out here and be cheap and not do shit, then hey, you might as well sold your soul if that's the case.
And I agree with that point. Because remember, me and you were pushing for Trey Hendrickson. We like, man, Trey
Yeah.
right there. Trey right there. Fuck that. We gonna cash out, get
He's
Trey.
still there.
Yeah. Well, listen, I want y'all to know, me and LandLord was never with any damn body just rushing the passer. Me and LandLord wanted a quality pass rusher.
And that's why I respect y'all. But it was people like, you know what I'm saying, that was on the picking side that was literally just pushing that. You know, and you know, when I see them, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be a good sight, especially when we do that DC universe. I'm telling you that right now. Cause like I wasn't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? Just putting it all in the coach's hands. Like we do got some great coaches we got in the building, but like I said, like you gotta treat these men like chefs, bro. I'm not gonna if the chef specializes in a certain way, I'm gonna give him the ingredients he needs. I'm a big bag. I want to eat good. I don't want to just eat food just because it's food. If I want to eat food because it's food, I'll go to a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Where they just give you food for food. You know what I'm saying? Like, but nah, I'm not gonna just take anything. Just be honest with you. If I hire a 5-star chef, I'm gonna give him some 5-star shit so we can eat good for the night.
Hey, real quick. Salute to B-Bird with the very great analogy with the $4.99. This also got you a raffle entry, my brother. If I make a 45 on a test, retake it, and make a 58, I did improve, but I'm still failing.
Oh my God. Man, we need some sound effects. Hey man, that's perfect. That's
Then
perfect.
Wee Woo came in here with a super chat his damn self, and Wee Woo said, "Front office is that dude that's always this close to getting some pussy."
Man.
Damn,
Yeah.
y'all terrible.
Like, man, I swear to God, I was finna put the tip in, nigga. Then her kids came running through the door.
Hey, they that dude that's in the hood that act like he ain't like none of the new Jordans that came out. You know,
The nigga that can't afford
everybody hype about the Jordans. He like, man, I don't really like them. He'll never have them though. I
They
don't
just some
like them,
breads.
man. You know, them just normal, man. You
They
know
just some
what I'm
breads, man. They're just some bread leathers, man. They just some cool grays, bro.
saying?
Man, them
Y'all be
Jordans
going crazy
overrated.
about them shoes and stuff, man. And he ain't never get nothing.
I
I
like
can see
these.
if he had a different style, like he ain't getting nothing.
They do. See, I like these Mexican Jordans over here. You know what I'm saying? I like the green in them.
That's crazy, mother.
These niggas funny, boy.
That nigga out there bitch wearing Fila.
You know what I'm saying?
He said,
Those
why
are
the
dogging
Jumpman on there?
niggas
Why-
out for Jordan.
He said, why your man Jordan overrated? Why he got the jump man? He always trying to fly, man. Look at my Jordan.
Always jumping and shit, man. I ain't got time for that.
Now my nigga Shaq though, I be buying the Shaq, nigga.
Them Shaqs? Shit.
Man, trying to dunk that thing, man.
I got all them Shaqs, boy.
Oh my God.
Look at Amp hit somebody with a $4.99, man. He said, salute to my brother, man. He said, they're the married man that took his ring off and went to the club, only to realize he ain't got it no more. God damn.
I mean, no, that's the perfect analogy for day one, because like people in Cowboy Nation is like that too. Like, ooh, I didn't want to overpay that. Ooh, I didn't want to overpay that. Man, day one, if you ain't got no money to spend, get your ass out the strip club. No, for real. We're in the strip club picking up the dollars. They gonna escort us out.
It's Magic City night, nigga.
Like real talk. Day one is overpay day. If you ain't ready to overpay, you ain't kind to play.
You ain't ready to play.
Think about it. They technically overpaid Jalen Thompson. They just didn't care about it.
They didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jalen Thompson is 28 years old. He's been in the league since 2019. He hasn't had an interception in 2 years. You know, like he had some great years. Like some of his best years are probably behind him. But they liked him so much as a player, they paid him a little bit more than what he actually was worth. That's all we asked you to do with the other niggas you needed. You should have paid.
You know what that's called?
What's that?
Free agents.
Free agency. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. That's just typical, normal Run of the mill free agency, my nigga.
Hey JV, hey man, not too much on them Stephon Marbury's, man. I used to wear them for real.
Nah, the Marbury was dope.
That's what I'm saying. I used to they used to be one of my shoes for real.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't fucking with no my beers. Now what? Hell nah. Now if you talk about old school feelers and shit, when basketball players used to wear feelers, felines, we call them felines, but you know, like the Jerry Stack houses and the Grant Hills.
Yeah.
Y'all might
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
I
yeah.
might be showing my age. Y'all might not know nothing about
No,
that. So
that's what
yeah.
I was talking about. Cause I don't. Well, I'm gonna ask Lou. Lou, were you talking about the Starburst or were you talking about the original sneaker that Marbury had?
No, I'm doing the Starburst.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I would have
Gotcha.
cracked on your ass. I ain't gonna lie. You would have had to fight me.
Hey man, no, hey man, hey man. It was a
Lou
couple of
Biggins
them in
had,
that
you
yeah.
would have had to fight me.
Starburst, you feel me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finna get boss in this motherfucker, but let me read this super chat real quick. Swab
Hey,
said, "Good
mama, we
morning,
made it though.
gentlemen."
Look at God. We way better now. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, mama had to make it. You feel me? You feel me? I ain't had to wear Starburst no more. You talking about some yuck, man? Y'all, hey man, look, man. All
Facts.
right, y'all say that now. You said some yucks.
All right, I just sent boss the link.
Oh, y'all coming with it with the super chats. Oh Lord. Hold on, I'll read it for you. B-Bird said they really only signed 2 free agents. Nah, B-Bird, for real. So you know what? I'm gonna knock my grade down to a 2. You right. We did a re-sign. Forgot. Totally forgot. Queen said, I'm absolutely tired. And these motherfuckers, for real, all talk, no action. I'm done with all this player acquisition talk at this point. I mean, I'm over it too. I mean, I'm still waiting for them to bust the budget. You know, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, like we could have got, bro. What I'm pissed about, I don't know if he was on our radar, is Devin Lloyd, bro, because he was projected for 20, and he only went for 15. Mm-hmm.
All right, we got boss in the building.
This
Hey,
man
real
up
quick,
early.
salute to Angie on the super chat. She said with the 10 piece, she said we're gonna get all the different color shacks in this motherfucker.
I had the Shacks too. I did.
It's all good, man.
I did.
That Trey sees himself as a $30 to $40 million player and ain't buzzing. Man, let me talk to you real quick, boss, because you just slid in here, man. I asked them the same question I'm gonna ask you. We just going down the line. They made 3 moves. They traded for Rashad Gary. They gave a nice contract to Jalen Thompson. They re-signed Sam Williams. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are you grading the Dallas Cowboy free agency to this point?
A C. Yeah, a C. Easy.
Elaborate on why they even got a passing grade.
Because it's early. That's the only reason. If it was later, it'd be a G. I mean, it's just because we got time, you know. But just grading just purely the moves, I might be being also too generous with a C, to be honest. Like, if I just look at kind of like where you got better is safety, right? And he's not the striker that Donovan Wilson is, because Donovan Wilson knock your block off. This guy's gonna make a good tackle, but this guy has more range. So Thompson, but you know, there's no way you could look at Vic Fangio's history and feel good when you know that he built on having a strong front four, and that's what makes that defense go. You know, and I think too many of us have been caught up in trying to be Seattle versus trying to be the best Dallas with the coaches that actually are here and the systems that where they come from. So the doctrine of edge by committee was preached so loud and heavy in the streets that it was a cheap signal, and the Cowboys basically said, we're going to do your cheap plan. So to me, it's playing out from a situation where, I mean, if you go aim mid to low, you're going to get mid to low. So everybody should be aiming high and talking high, because now the reality of y'all playing and a lot of people playing is playing out. And it sounded good to be Seattle, but when you seeing your team try to do Seattle, it ain't looking like that, is it? So I think it's time for us to get back aggressive for trying to get like real talent in here. And we got to talk about what it takes to really do it, because I'm getting ready to do a video, and the main thing that I'm gonna use as a source is that projection that we did about 2 months ago with the 130 that can be freed. Because going forward, the only way you gonna be able to even get guys now is you got to actually do contract work. That's what's left. So if we looking at it like that, then it's like we should be pressuring them to get Pickens signed, to get Q signed, to get Clark done. We should be saying do something about Osa, either get him off your books, free up some money right now, or we not really getting ready to do anything. This is finna be a shutdown. And what, you know, and the main thing that I feel like the Dallas Cowboys got over on us, and a lot of fans are trying to help with this talking point, is people are happy that we did something day one instead of it being a week one quality. It's like praising somebody that never comes to work, but when they come to work, they still ain't doing shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's oh man, let's see, y'all was mad because they usually don't. But bro, they made some C moves, some D moves day one. You know, it's like, to be honest, they could have got Thompson week 3. Let's keep it real.
Be honest with you, and people like that's why people, you know, we know the kiss ass is gonna be on X and shit like that, and my Western, oh you bitching and complying, motherfucker. Here's a block for you. I ain't got time for y'all motherfuckers. I really don't. Cause I mean, I seem like there's only few of us who care about this defense in the streets. I'm just be honest with you. That's the most disheartening part about it. But we're gonna be the main ones complaining about it when it comes game day. When we have this type of quality we paid for. So I'm just to the point of this. Like I'm going to drastically lower my expectations for that edge room. To the point where I am literally full Eberflus mode. Well, I was for Eberflus. Hey, Christian Parker, you ain't coached yet, but here's my plan to you. You better not go out there and run that shell coverage that your predecessor did. It will not work. We will get torched because we don't have pressure. Yeah. I'm not gonna be these fucking content creators or these writers who gonna hype up Rashawn Gary and talking about his pressure rate. And somebody finally came and added the needed context, saying half his damn pressures was when he went unblocked or when he was cleaning up. I'm not gonna do that shit. I know it's Rashawn Gary. I watched his film and everything like that. He's not even that like solid of a run stopper too. I saw it. This D-Law talk, y'all can hype him up all you want. Let me tell you this right now. If we run out there and he's a part of the 4-man rush and he's our marquee guy, you will be Eberflus 2.0. We'll be a slightly better team. You better go out there and better do what we told Eberflus to do and eat them damn grits. That's all I'm gonna say.
But
you
Lou,
better blitz.
The problem is this is exactly what we've been lobbying for. So like when I say our voice matter, and it also matter on bad ideas too, that is not a lie. So like when you look at what a majority of people saying, you know what they saying? Keep that offense together because it was the number one, and just get a little bit better on defense. Ain't that what people been asking for?
Yeah, that's what people.
Some people. I think a majority of the fans.
That's what I'm saying. A majority.
It's majority. I'm saying it's majority.
A majority.
So you don't think a majority of the fan base was on the Trey Henderson train? Cause I think that's what broke everybody's hearts.
No, I think this is what I'm gonna tell you what happened. People were, so when we were lobbying for Max, they were trying to divert us to Max to trade. Then Well, I was telling y'all the reason why we didn't want to, like, I didn't want to go to Trey because I said, hey, it's gonna be even a harder fight because he's gonna be wanting a lot more money. Once they saw that money, now everybody's trying to divert us to committee. And deep down in my heart, I think everybody was trying to divert us to committee to begin with. Because whenever I was in the
it was a
spaces,
lot of diversion to committee.
yeah, when I'm in the spaces,
To
when I'm
me
here
though,
in the
I ain't
streets,
gonna lie. I ain't really get that sentiment though. It felt like to me, half the people was with y'all on the Matt Crosby, and then the other half was saying Trey Henderson. We wasn't
What?
on no small time people. I know I wasn't. And the
no,
people I
it
saw, a lot of
you
people was
were
looking at the other side of the plan, saying stay for Trey and use the draft pick. That's what I saw. Now y'all be
no,
into the streets more than me. So I don't know. But from what I saw, that's the sentiment I got.
yeah, no, yeah, your mindset was very rare in the streets. I'm telling you that right now.
Very rare,
Like I'm
bro.
talking about even in the radios,
It
I'm
was
talking about in the media.
overwhelming.
Yeah,
Jason, Marfa,
yeah.
why do that? Look at Seattle, bro. We heard look at Seattle. So boy, that is
Yeah,
man. That is the going talking point, bro. Look at Seattle.
people are out on Trey. People were out on Trey the moment. I think the first day when they was hinting around like how much money. Really, people are out on Trey when they see how much these edges are really costing.
Yeah,
These edges worse than Trey are
they
getting
abandoned
bad.
Trey fast, bro. Like fast. Like it was an absolute no on Crosby with most people. Most people
Oh
was just
yes,
no.
yeah.
Crosby. And I had probably a lot to do with that because I was open to trade to get premier pass rush. So I think it created in the spaces a lot of hell now. If it's to go even be a conversation about that, it was a protest against Crosby for Pickens. But so that was dead. But then like, yeah, Lou right. As soon as they start talking about what the average could be, or what the pay could be for Trey, man, I
Out.
saw people doing a full about face. Because at first, this is what people were saying. They were saying what Henny was pushing, get Trey and keep the picks.
Right.
And then when it starts saying, but it might cost you 30 plus
Whoa. Whoa.
on a
We don't need
short-term contract, man, people start walking away fast.
that.
Now, now, Hendon, to his credit, like, you know what I'm saying? Hen still over here like, man, pull them switches, let's go. But Hen has always been, bro, if it take a short-term window to put these chips in, I'm willing to take the risk. You know what I'm saying? So he never abandoned the stance of staying with a premier guy. But majority of people in the streets, bro, it's been overwhelming, bro. And see, this is the thing. We don't just do content here. We go into spaces. You know what I'm saying? We talk to almost every type of Cowboy fan. You know what I mean? It's like, so I got a real good sense of what these people want, and they wanted this. They wanted this committee.
I'm going to go get chicken, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, in the hood, I mean, in my church, they like, nah, the people in my church, they like, I love you, content. I didn't want Crosby. I didn't. He too old. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody made Crosby 30. They put 2 years on him. It was all kind of games, bro. Like it's like whenever Crosby was talked about, they never said he was 28. They always said he was either 29 or 30. Like it was all out games and wars against Premier Edge, bro, and lies.
People are wanting a draft pick for that edge.
Yeah, they want a draft pick for the edge.
I don't want to do that now. Like that's one like I'm not saying it can't work, but that's a position that you want somebody already established. Same with like Mike. I don't want no child trying to lead my defense and make adjustments and he ain't even seen no NFL offensive sets and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
See, that's what me and him been on since day one. I don't want to trust no defensive lineman in the draft. Not no tackle, not no edge, none of that. I wanted to get one in free agency anyways. And then, yeah, I wanted a premier guy. Like, I wanted a premier guy. I'm not trying to draft no edges, no defensive lineman at all. I don't believe in that type of
it don't
that
work.
type of team build.
It don't work. And see, I'm glad you said that, bro, because a lot of people are going into the draft like, yeah, man, we might be able to get one of them edges and we go be fine. It's like, bro,
It's a very small percent
it's
chance
a
of that happening.
very small percent
He
chance of
just did
having
it
an
last
instant
year.
impact,
Now,
bro. Yeah,
now to be fair, you supposed to. Now, if you tell me I'm a pattern with somebody, I'm not depending on no rookie though. If
yeah,
I can pattern with somebody, that's a different. That's a
right.
different
That's
story
a
to me.
Exactly.
different story,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but it's almost like why we was all for the most part just like, bro, please don't go in here and trust Jay. That's why we was pushing so hard for one tech last year because we was saying, bro, you can't trust a rookie to come into a grown man steak and potatoes position where you gotta have that grown man strength and expect them to be like impactful. And they
And he was a
getting
sixth round pick.
yes, seventh.
Seven. He sure was.
Shit.
We
I
were,
gave him one. I'm sorry, 7th round pick.
And people was really depending on that though, huh?
That show you how crazy we is. Cause like we said, to me, the draft really exposed a lot. Cause that dude shouldn't even make your team. If your
He shouldn't
team was
even make
worth a
your
damn,
team,
he
bro.
shouldn't even make your team.
Right.
he was barely active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, and we doing this with Edge. We just
And
did
we
Edge
doing this
last
with
year.
Edge, bro.
We just drafted an Edge last year with a first overall grade who was hyping to hell. And I
Right.
was telling y'all after the preseason, I'm like, man, sit that man down. So I told y'all in the preseason, sit easy ass down. I saw him versus them preseason tackles. He was getting hemmed up then.
Yeah,
Then
he
my
was.
lotta came. We used my lotta as an excuse. When my lotta hemmed them up the softest way possible. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Go on, explain that, bro.
Like, bro,
He
yeah,
took
well,
it easy on him, bro.
and then every time I made videos on it, people all in my comment section like, "Oh, we did this to Micah. Though he gotta go out. He gotta develop." So,
Nah.
our version of developing is getting our ass whooped while he's out there. What the fuck we talking about right here? So like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm telling you right now, I'm getting ready to drop my draft content. This is the wrong motherfucking draft to be relying on some fucking edges. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
They are hyping these names to high heaven. A lot of these guys are just rotation pieces. They may turn into something, but they ain't no premier guys in here. Like, it's just a couple, maybe two.
You don't think Bainer jump in and produce?
I think he's a premier guy, but like I said, it's gonna take him time too.
Yeah,
I think
gonna
he
need
got
to
the
push
weight
through.
and the strength though.
He
But
I
does.
think he got the size and the strength.
That's
do,
where
but
we
you know what I
might get
think?
lucky right there. But
But even then, we talking about strength. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I think he got the strength, but he got to
he
build
got
on
the
that
motor, he got all that.
strength. Yeah,
But
it's gonna be hard for him to even fall to us. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The
Like,
only
gonna be
hope
one
we
of your
got
best
is they
chances.
talking about his
Arm
arm
length.
short. That's the only hope we really got.
what
To
we
be
holding on
honest.
to.
Say that
We showing
again.
this holding on to that.
Say that again.
They talk about his arms might be short, so they might not draft him high because they talk about ain't no productive edge in the NFL ever had arms as short as him. You know how they get goofy around draft time, man.
They do, though.
watch.
They do.
They
but
watch all
I
that
think
good
positional
tape of that
value.
nigga.
I think positional value gonna have him still go. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Because when they
And
him
they-
compared to the other edges, they can be like,
Somebody
oh,
go take a chance.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
People goofy though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The
You
draft
right.
is goofy.
You
And I
right.
told
Really.
him, I got a sneaking suspicion. I ain't really looked at it, but I think somebody might fuck around and draft Ty Simpson in the first round. Now it might not help us. It might end up being like right after us or something, to where it don't affect the board as much. But man, we'll have to see. I'm telling you, we just seen Mitchell Trubisky them getting drafted high. You mean to tell me somebody who been a 5-star quarterback his whole life and had a good season at the beginning, and then you know what I'm saying? Somebody might want to bite on that. We needed some quarterbacks to get drafted. That's what's screwing us up.
Yep.
It ain't no quarterbacks getting drafted.
Right.
I'm nervous on that though because like it seems like there's a shift going on in the field. Like they throwing a bag at a lot of these backups right now. So and like so
That's
they may
goofy as hell too. I ain't gonna lie.
you know, like Malik Willis, which I think he's
That
gonna
shit
be
goofy as
good.
hell.
But I don't know, landlord, because what the trend said, at least the recent trend, is if you put resources on the defense, you know what I mean, you might be able to make a run. That's what this current year said. You know, that's not the long-term trend, but that's the recent trend. You see what I'm saying? Where you saw CJ and them playing bad and them defenses was bailing them out, you know?
Now
And we-
listen to this though. Like you said, I'm with you on this year and maybe you know what I'm saying. But
yeah, but
how
overall,
long has San Fran been mediocre quarterback, awesome teams?
no, you right.
That
Can't
shit
fight
didn't work, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I just
you
think some
had
teams
Purdy
just
right now. Purdy was above average. He was good, and that shit still didn't work. And
yeah,
we know that our defense was supreme.
yeah, yeah. But then it's I see teams being aggressive to try to model when you saw that many teams have a pitcher's chance, right, or a puncher's chance.
Yeah, like I think this year is gonna probably drive a lot of life in a lot of different other teams
Yeah,
with that. Because I'm telling y'all, the amount of like a mediocre bad quarterback play, and they got further than they ever have, especially when Mahomes, like that play took Mahomes out of it and Allen out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's I don't know. That may drive a lot of teams. Like look at the Panthers right now. You don't tell me the Panthers is a dangerous team. Bryce Young can F around and be in the NFC Championship game with that defense they building over there.
yeah.
I wouldn't
But
count them
y'all
out.
want to know something though, and I don't know if y'all gonna agree.
Mhm.
But think about this. In my logic, a lot of the times when this is what everybody do every year, right?
Mhm.
They try to mimic the Super Bowl team,
Yep,
and it don't be the same way they win.
that's true. Yeah.
We just seen the Eagles win with a running back.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just seen Seattle win with a defense. Like
And a running back.
this shit really different, and a running back. But like
But
it's
Eagles
not
got a
the same. It's not. I'm just saying
No,
it's
you right,
not the
you right.
same type of
It's not.
build.
It's not
the same
a
type of
long-term
blueprint.
trend. You right.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying is it still was different, and
Yeah.
I argue it was significantly different. You know what I'm saying? It still was different. So
But
like,
you
it's
notice-
really no
but notice-
blueprint for this shit.
But notice
Like,
how
I don't think it is.
notice how you right. And see, notice how our fans, what are we doing overall? Look at Seattle. Look at Seattle. Look at Seattle. We doing that for the edge.
Them niggas doing that for Edge. I'm still
We doing that? I ain't gonna lie.
I'm still trying to get Trey
I'm
Henderson.
talking about the majority,
Damn.
Hitty, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
I'm talking
but
about the
they
majority,
could
bro.
On my life, I never wanted my
They
only
doing
two
it.
options was Trey Henderson. That was
Me
my
too,
floor.
bro.
But they
Me
committed
I'm
to
not
getting
gonna
paid
lie
though.
to you.
Me too. I was all big.
But they committed getting paid though. That's the thing. I'm gonna start fighting these people on. They committed getting paid. They getting, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a looking like in hindsight a quality ass committee.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
in hindsight,
what the Dallas
committee
Cowboys
is though,
doing is not a
right.
committee.
They acting like they some bums.
They
Yeah,
had
there wasn't
Chase
no rookies in that shit.
and they
Yeah.
had Harold Landry, and they had another dude over there.
Yeah, like that ain't no itty bitty titty committee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that itty bitty. Yeah, titty. Yeah.
Yeah, like they actually had a good rotation. The
They
Seahawks
did.
had a great
Mama?
rotation.
They act
got
like
the
they were
bag.
just some average bums.
Yeah,
They had
Like
a bunch
they
of-
defense wasn't number one.
They had a bunch of niggas that could fuck around and get 10 sacks somewhere else.
Right.
They just weren't premier names, but they had the ability to probably be 10 sack guys. Even Boyd Maffa topped out at 9 sacks at one point in his career. And he barely played. He only played half the snaps for them boys. DeMarcus Lawrence, he was a double digit sack guy over here early in his career. And he still was a Pro Bowl level defensive end. You just go around the room and look at the ends that they had. Like hell, they had spent a second round pick on Derek Hall out of Auburn in their rotation. Like they had a bunch of quality guys over there. The Seattle Seahawks did. Same with the Patriots. So I'm not opposed to like a committee on paper, but what the Dallas Cowboys are doing is not a committee. They got a bunch of average ass niggas. That's not a committee.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I think people
definitely
were just
not
looking
a
at the
dope
Seahawks
committee.
in they books in terms of the money they were paying these guys. Like, oh, let's just match money up, and they not matching the quality of upside and traits guys like in tools, and then it came all together with their head coach and a plan they had. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. If we can't at least get if they bitch out for Trey, because I think they is, man.
Y'all did.
Listen, with Max, I ain't gonna lie. I understand the capital and the money and all that shit. But Trey, all you gotta do is pay this man, bro. I ain't giving you no excuse for that. That's on y'all. All y'all gotta do is pay that man and make the money work. So if we can't get Trey, that's gonna hurt. But if we don't at least get Chase signed, bro, I'm in shambles. I ain't gonna lie. I'm in shambles.
Real quick, Donnell Lamar with the $4.99. He said, "Here's a nugget for y'all. CP is high on Hooker and Thompson as strong safety and free safety. It downfall to 12. There's speculation they may look elsewhere. Thoughts? If Downs is there at 12 and CP don't draft this nigga, I'm not fucking with that boy.
Yeah, I swear to God, you pass on Downs CP, you a puppet.
You ain't the nigga I thought you was. If you see Caleb Downs there, like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
You
you
supposed to
let
be
you
a
let you let
yeah.
Steve get in your ear. If you let that shit happen, you a puppet. Straight
But
like that.
he
You don't
already a
fast, don't
Star.
sound
puppet,
like
bro.
that.
If Brian Schottenheimer a puppet, he a puppet. So
Surely.
we know that going in. Like, ain't no new DC go coming here with no voice to be able to override Steven and Jerry and Will McClay and Brian Schottenheimer. He already a puppet. Like, that wouldn't be his pick. That's why the main thing I disagree with that super chat is that he on Hooker. That show he a puppet right there.
Surely.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I was saying like, what the fuck he been watching?
Yeah, he
Oh,
ain't stupid,
Exactly.
bro.
That,
His safeties be moving.
He must have been watching Malik Hooker Ohio State tape. That's the only way.
Yeah,
it might be.
He be moving. Like, when you look at Philly safeties are moving. So ain't no way he co-signed Malik Hooker. See, this is what we can't do. We can't just let because front office go sign guys that we automatically say that's Parker co-signing it. We can't
Yeah,
do that.
I'm not doing
We
that.
got to be able to use deductive reasoning to know that when it's a guy that it's almost just like all of us know that looked at the history of Shotty that blue don't fit him.
Hey, real quick, let me read Star Super Chat and I'm gonna respond to what you
Okay.
said, brother. She said with the 499, Jane said we are not pursuing any high price edge. We are focusing on drafting one. We are screwed. If that's the mindset, we are gonna be screwed unless we get Ruben Bain.
Honestly,
Like,
I'm no. It's there's more. It's okay. Like it's gonna probably be like deep respect one tag. You know what I'm
bro,
saying?
God gonna have to bless the Cowboys.
I
If
ain't. No,
we
I'm saying
going in
like
here thinking that we finna fix this shit in the
we
draft,
gonna have to.
bro, God gonna have to bless us with Bane. Bane is our only hope that everybody crazy and say his arm short and he end up falling to the Cowboys. That's about the only
That
thing.
We
was
gonna need your help.
everybody crazy.
We,
That's
we,
right.
we just gonna have need your
That's what
Everybody
help.
it's
gotta
gonna
be
take.
crazy.
That's what
When
it's
we
gonna
when
take.
we run out
For real
here,
though.
all good on there.
when we run
I
out
know
here edge
I know
by
where you're coming
committee,
from.
if it look like it's bad as wide receiver by committee, we just gonna need everybody help to raise hell. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you that right
Oh
yeah,
now.
yeah,
It's,
though. Wait a minute,
yeah.
wait a minute. I just thought about something. We did, and that shout out to Vice because he had put this in my head. We still got picks though. We still can trade for somebody,
that's what
y'all.
I'm about to say.
The,
That's what I'm saying.
the
Like,
free
hold up, the
agency
fire ain't
market
over.
ain't the end all be all. We still
Yeah,
could just give up a first for somebody from a team. Like that's possible.
that's what I'm
So
saying. Like,
that might be they might, and you know that's cheap. That's right up Steve and them alley. I'm willing to bet you that that's what they gonna do. That's a way that they can get the quality player that they need and not compete in free agency. Watch. I bet money that's what they do.
hey,
So let me
look.
ask
Watch.
you a question then, because this was something that was floated around on Twitter. The Vikings got like pick 16 or some shit like that. We're at 12. Could you? And I'm not even a fan of Jonathan Grenard or no shit like that. This film was iffy.
Yeah,
But the Dallas Cowboys might like, hey, we could pick swap with the Vikings and have them throw Jonathan Grenard in there.
I'm
So
not doing it.
they might do some stupid shit like that.
It depends on what you feel like gonna be there at 20.
No, they might pick swap at. I'm talking about they might pick swap at 12. Well, I see what you're saying. My bad. I wasn't
Yeah, it just
using my
depends on
mind
what
there.
you want to see at 20 or 12. Like, so you can use either one. It just depends on what you feel like gonna be there. That's
When
what's
I'm
gonna
talking about,
make that a dumb move or a smart move, in my opinion.
I'm when I'm talking about trades, I'm not even like I'm telling you, like if we do a trade trying to save the season, Grenard is not worthy enough, in my opinion. I'm aiming higher. Like I'm if we're gonna do a trade, I'm aiming in
Would
the
you give
season.
up? Would you give up 20 for her bid?
Probably not.
Hold on, let me get these super
Would you
chats
give
out the
up
way.
20 for Thibodeau?
Yes.
Hold that thought, y'all.
Yes.
Let me get these super chats out the way before we continue. King the Kid hit with a 499. Said, look at the history of Fangio linebackers. Bond, Roquan, Pat Willis, etc. The position is too important to rely on a rookie. Then there's another super chat in here on somebody's end on this cut. I'm not sure who's in it on, but I appreciate you. He said, I read they was trying to give Trey 3 years, 97 million until injury report. Any truth? I haven't heard anything about it. Can't fake it to make it. Ain't heard nothing about it. And then Chris 214 hit somebody with a 5-piece. So what if we do the same thing as last year? Trade for QW as desperation. What would be the pass rusher we trade for out of desperation mid-season? I don't need to wait till that long, because when they waited to trade for Q, the season was over with basically.
Yeah.
They need to make a trade right now, get this boy in training camp, get him comfortable with the system and the scheme, get him some rapport with the other guys he gonna be rushing the passer with. So I don't even think you should get to that point. You need to go out there and get a nigga right now.
Yeah.
It may take to that point though.
It might take to that point though. So like leaking out like people names right now, like Kayvon Thibodeau is essential, right? And keeping a like a trade list, like something that we periodically bring up, because I'm gonna tell you where we headed towards, bro. We got a made up mind front office. So in 2018, they had a made up mind that they was getting rid of Dez. They had a made up mind. And so they was going into the offseason with like, we're getting ready to cut him and we're going to trust these average guys as a committee to get it done. And they was dead set on that. And that's actually what started my research in the proper way to transition a receiver in and out. And that's when I started seeing that now the proper way to do it would be to get somebody in here with Dez. And then, once that dude start getting his legs, get rid of Dez, right? That's what started my research on weapons, but we had to watch it crash, and when it crashed, that's when we was open to do it in the trade deadline, to go get Amari. So we got to have a list like Kayvon and other ones. Like we need to have a going list of about 4 or 5, like we don't want it to crash. Of course we don't want it to crash, and Henny is right. It'd be better to do it now. But the way that they moving, bro, they look like they moving with a made up mind that we go do this with committee and we're going to lean on coaching. They actually could be right too, because they got one of the dopest coaches with Jordan in there. So if you can make average guys play good or make good guys play great because you really kind of gave them some sauce, feet work sauce, hand fighting sauce, different tools and a better bag, and you got a unit with a better bag, okay, we'll try your cheap plan. You know what I'm saying? Because see, most of the guys that we had even last year had the raw tools. Like Sam got the raw tools, the speed, the strength, the power. He got the raw tools, but maybe if you can get that Jordan, the ghost watcher to kind of tighten them up, maybe you can get better out of them. They go try that first. That's what it looked like. It looked like they go try it with the coaching approach and say, let's try to get these guys better, though they're cheaper. And if that don't work, then it's going to be a pivot to talent.
My issue is some of these niggas already work with the boy though.
Exactly.
Like,
that's why I'm saying this is not gonna work, because they already working with BT Jordan. So when people would use it as an argument, I'm like, he's already a client.
Right, Gary already with him, so he peaked.
He just is what he is, man.
Yeah, he is what he is. He peaked, man. Right? Yeah.
Or like when people are like, oh, I can, I don't believe in this talk with Maris is gonna turn into this, contributing DN. He never played it before. Like he may, so he may give us a couple of, 30% of the year, you know what I'm saying? But
likely less.
But likely less. But you over here asking a man who's been a Mike all his life to now rush the passers, like, okay, that's not realistic.
And then they selling us that he has long arms. It's like, bro, y'all know that position is more than arm length. Like,
so that's names. I will like Thibodeau. I will keep an eye on the Niners. Like I think they getting their roster is getting expensive. Shoot, they may be trying to offload Bosa in soon. They already trying to offload Warner. I'm hearing. So we'll see.
Do y'all think this support the argument for going with a proven DC? Cause the first year guy, I hope he ain't happy to be here. Even though his name was ringing bells, it sounds like he participated in a lot of foolishness to a certain degree. Like turning Maris into a pass rusher, I would have took it better if they said Overshawn than Maris. Like, cause he actually got a skill set that should be able to rush the pass.
I agree.
It look like it look like for right now, and I don't want to make this a big thing, but some questionable shit that he's agreeing with. One, turning Maris into a pass rusher. Two, saying that he like Malik Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, them some
Hold on,
questionable ass things, bro.
hold
We
on,
seen these players all year.
hold on, real quick. Can you pull up Junior Recruiter comment? Can you pull up
Nah,
that
hold that
comment?
thought. Let me read the super chat first, because people actually pay for comments. So I'm gonna read people that pay for comments first, then I'll read whoever this may be. Dornell said Queen is 100% being talked about for trade. Keep eyes on Leon Chanel. Yes, that is very true. They've been reported by not only James Slater, but also by Nick Harris that they are actually working the lines and keeping an eye out on Patrick Queen at this point. I don't know if he worth a damn no more though. He might have woke up sorry. We gonna check the Carfax. But
Yeah,
brother, which name did you want me to put on the screen?
JR Recruiter.
Let me see what my brother is. I fuck with JR. Hold on. Where about it at?
Where he said they said the same thing about Micah.
Where is this comment? I'm looking for it.
You gotta resort to talking about all pro players. You know your argument's fucked.
Yeah, and then we talking about generational talent too, bro. Like that was obvious. Like that was super obvious, bro. Like Micah didn't even play football for a whole year and was still pretty much considered a sure top 10. You know, and we showed on draft day that it was all kind of evidence of him being a pass rusher, bro. That's one of the main reasons that the OC said live and predicted. Like famously, that's when Brian Broaddus was like, how did you know he could be a pass rusher? It was evidence of it.
I don't even see it.
So basically what he was saying was, don't sleep on Morris because people said that about Micah. We talking about a top 10 talent versus a third round guy. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about top 10 talent versus a third round guy. So now if we talk about the traits of Micah, you talking about 250, 260, 4.3 speed, bend, right? Agility. All of that was obviously coming out of Penn State, like obvious, right? That it didn't take much imagination to see him being a 3-4, like easily edge rusher. It didn't take much imagination, right? So when you make that comparison and you look at the traits and you say, okay, what was the traits of Mike? All that speed, strength, all that, he put that on tape out of Penn State. Then you look at the traits of what they describing with Morris, it's long arms. So which one would you rather have in terms of trusting somebody to make that transition? 4.3 speed, obvious being top 10 grade, top 10 talent, a freak of nature. You won't see another player like him for another 20 years, right?
250 running a 4.3.
Yeah, 250 running the 4th, bro. Man, you won't see that.
Like that shit, bro.
You would not see that for the next 250. No, you bro. 250, 260 running a 4.3, bro. You won't see that, bro. You probably won't see that the next 50 years, bro. Like for real. Like just so I know we be wanting to feel good about the off season. So this is the three categories that we have in the off season. People that's always negative, people that want positivity, and then people that tell the truth. So we need more people that's on that third one. You know what I'm saying? What I see in the streets is it's a lot of people that they get upset when it's not a massive co-signing of every move, you know? And that's those people that's pressuring for positivity. Then you have people that's never gonna be happy regardless, because they just sick and tired and upset and impatient from 30 years. That can be annoying too. But the people that you gotta sit there and kind of go back and forth with is people that's gonna be reasonable and prove with facts what the real truth is. And so we can't make these equivalencies and these comparisons that's unrealistic, like a Morris to a Micah. So, you know, the bottom line is that we got work to do. And my next show or video that I'm getting ready to do is go highlight the work that needs to be done And the next parts that need to be done is involving the Cowboys actually getting into those negotiation rooms. See, what they want to do is they want to kind of let week one go by, and they're going to have advocates that saying, see, y'all always negative. Y'all say they don't do anything in week one and they made 3 moves. So why y'all not happy? Right. So they going to have people kind of pushing that narrative. But in reality, when you look at what's left for them to do to free up cash, it all got to do with negotiating with other men and agents. So if we not aware of that and we not pushing for that, we're gonna be bamboozled in this process, and they gonna let everything go by, and they gonna say, "Hey, we gonna make the moves on the second wave of free agency, meaning after the draft, they gonna be back to kind of doing the scrap type shit, picking up the scraps, right? And the final cuts off these teams. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep an eye
Listen,
on that. And I'm gonna make that very clear today on my next video. It's like this is what they gotta do if they really go make some moves. So I know a lot of people got wish lists out, but them wish lists not gonna happen. Trey, we are not even close into position to even get Trey. Trey is impossible at this point.
Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate y'all for y'all time. I do have to get ready to take my ass to work. I appreciate y'all for jumping on the morning show, kicking real shit, man. Like, listen, like you said, a lot of people that want positivity. I ain't gotta like the shit the Dallas Cowboys do, and y'all ain't finna put no gun in my head and make me either. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, if,
Yeah,
I, if I don't fuck with the Dallas, with what the Dallas Cowboys have done so far, I don't fuck with it,
that's
and
right.
that's okay. They,
That's
they
the
might be
truth.
able to change my mind by the time free agency is over. They might be able to prove me wrong with their play during the season. All that shit is possible. But right now, as it stands, this is some baby back bullshit, and you should want better. You just had the fourth worst defense in NFL history. Your defense was so bad that it undermined an offense that was top five, top two, top three a majority of the season. That's how bad you were. Like, you only won 7 games, one of the most high powered offenses you ever seen, in Dallas. Right? That's how bad your defense was. So unless you want a repeat of that shit, a whole lot of points and a whole lot of L's, man. Tell the Dallas Cowboys front office to get their shit together. He went out there out his way and thought he was gonna bust the motherfucking budget, and that bitch is intact. It's fully complete. Ain't no holes in it. Budget fine. Budget doing just fine. That bitch is not busted at all. So make sure that you put the pressure on the Dallas Cowboys to do what they said. Because Jerry Jones did not sit here and tell you that he was going to be conservative. Jerry Jones did not sit here and tell you that they wasn't going to do shit. Jerry Jones did not sit here and tell you that they were going to sign league minimum veterans and shit. He told y'all niggas he was going to bust the budget. So bust the motherfucker. Bust that bitch open like your baby mama did that night that you nutted in her. Tell him bust that motherfucker open, man. That's all I gotta say, man. Good day. God bless the Cowboys. Lou, you got anything you want to add before we get out this bitch?
yeah, I'm seeing people in the chat saying like, oh, they're letting this, they're letting the coaches cook and everything like that. Listen, I put out a video and I literally quoted his words when he said this. He literally said that in order for his his front scheme to work, it's going to take some high allocated resources. First, second, you're gonna have to pay to play with that. Pay to play. That is the chef literally saying that's what the ingredients he needs. So if you're baking a pound cake and you bake the best pound cake in the world and it costs for Perigold butter and Jerry and Steven bring your ass back some margarine, are they truly letting you cook? That's all I gotta say.
All right, and listen, man. Y'all can eat my dick if y'all feel some type of way about what I say, man. You niggas ain't gotta be in this bitch. Listen to this real shit, nigga. Go back to that fake shit y'all bitch ass niggas be used to, man. God bless America. I'm finna go make some money, nigga. Some shit y'all need to do. Fuck off the screen, man. Holla at y'all.